class 9. Here we are going to see today value and zeros of the polynomial. We know that the polynomial is always mentioned in that form p of x or q of x or r of x, whatever may be. Let I take it as one polynomial as x square minus 5x plus 6. Now first we see the value of the polynomial. How to find the value of this polynomial means, suppose in the place of x you are going to apply a value x is equal to 5. X is equal to 5 means here we are substituting the value of x in this polynomial. That value is called the value of the polynomial. That p of 5 is equal to 5 square minus 5 into 5 plus 6. 5 square is 25 minus 5 into 5 is 25 plus 6. Here plus 25 minus 25 both are cancelled, we get 6. So the value of this polynomial when we substitute x is equal to 5, we get 6. This is called the value of the polynomial at x is equal to 5. At x is equal to whatever may be the number. Here x value we are applying, right? Then we get one value for this polynomial, that is called the value of the polynomial. Now we see the zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of polynomial. Here the zeros of the polynomial means when I apply the value of x is equal to in this polynomial, the total polynomial become equal to 0. That number is called the zeros of the polynomial, right? See, I take the same term x square minus 5x plus 6. Here we want to find the zeros of the polynomial. Here I am going to put the x is equal to the value 2. See, 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6. X place only I apply in the value 2. 2 square is 4 minus 5 2s are 10 plus 6. 4 plus 6 is equal to 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. So here 4 minus 10 plus 6, 4 plus 10 is equal to 10, minus 10 is equal to 0, right? When I apply the value x is equal to 2, we get the 0 of the polynomial. The polynomials become 0. Here when I apply the value of x, whatever may be the number, when I apply that, it becomes 0 means then we can say x is equal to 2. That 2 is the one of the zeros of p of x, the polynomial p of x, right? Like this. Here we have the power is here, right? See, here we have the power 2. The zero of the polynomial is always less than or equal to degree of the polynomial. So here we have less than, how many zeros will be we can able to find for this polynomial means either the highest power of the polynomial is 2, right? Either we can get 2 zeros or less than that number. Two zeros of the polynomial. Suppose for here I am going to apply the value 3. 3 means what you get? 3 square is 9 minus 5 into 3 plus 6 is equal to 9 minus 15 plus 6. If you add this 9 and 6, we get 15. Minus 15 is equal to 0. Now when I apply the value x is equal to 3, we get the 0. So here we have one of the root is 2, right? One of the 0 is 2, another 0 is 3. Here 3 comma 2 is the zeros of the polynomial. 3 comma 2 is the zeros of this polynomial of p of x. So the polynomial is always less than or equal to the degree of the polynomial. Less than or equal to the degree of this polynomial. Suppose it is cube means either we can get 3 zeros or less than that zeros. That is the zeros of the polynomial. Now here we see the next roots of the polynomial. Roots of the polynomial is nothing but if we say that 0 of the polynomial, that 3 2 is the 0 of the polynomial of p of x, right? Here we say root means Here roots of the polynomial equation. Here roots means I already told you 2 and 3 are the zeros of the polynomial, right? Then 2 is the root of polynomial equation p of x is equal to 0. When we apply the 2 value in this polynomial, then polynomial become equal to 0 is called the roots of the polynomial equation. Here zeros of the polynomial means we say only the polynomial p of x, like that, right? Here equation means we have to put equal to 0. Then in generally we say that p of x is the polynomial. This polynomial is equal to 0 when x is equal to a. When I apply to the x is equal to a in this polynomial becomes 0 is called the zeros of the polynomial, and then also roots of the polynomial equation. Roots of the polynomial equation. Zeros of the polynomial equation is nothing but the roots of the polynomial equation, right? Where we get the roots of the polynomial means, suppose x square minus 5x plus 6. If I factorize this term, right, minus 2 minus 3, these two terms is called the roots of that polynomial. These two terms is the roots of this polynomial. If you apply to x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3, we get that value equal to 0. Then this 2 is called the roots of this polynomial. Next we see the remainder theorem. Here the polynomial p of x of degree greater than, right, greater than or equal to 1, greater than or equal to 1, that is the condition. P of x, the polynomial, degree is greater than or equal to 1. Degree is greater than or equal to 1 and divide by linear polynomial, that is x minus a, the variables having power 1. This is called a linear polynomial, x minus a, let me take it as. Then if you divide this polynomial by x minus a, we get the remainder as p of a. How you find this? This is the roots of this polynomial, that is x minus a is equal to 0. We put x minus a is equal to 0. Then x is equal to, we get, if I take minus a to another side, we get x is equal to a. Now we have to put that place x is equal to a. This is called the remainder of this polynomial, that is the remainder theorem. As well as if I put x plus a, then the remainder may be, how you find this x minus a? X plus a is equal to 0, x is equal to minus a, then the remainder as p of minus a. Here we have 4 types, one is plus, another one is minus, and then with the coefficients of x as a, x minus b, ax minus b and ax plus b. Here we know that value, that is, here we get ax minus b equal to 0 means, then we want to find the value of x only for this. Ax is equal to, I take this b to another side, we get plus b, then x is equal to b multiplication, right? Take it to another side means we have divide. So x is equal to b minus a. Then this, for this we have the remainder as p of b by a. For this, see, when you have the negative symbol, you get positive remainder, right? P of a. Here plus means we have minus, then here we have plus means, then here we have p of minus b by a is the term. If you find out this ax plus b equal to 0, then ax is equal to minus b, x is equal to minus b by a. So then the remainders are, when we divide these terms, we get these are the remainder. Then the p of a is called the remainder of the polynomial, is the remainder theorem. Next we see the factor theorem. Factor theorem also we get that polynomial p of x, the degree of the polynomial, if we take it as n as greater than or equal to 1, the degree of the polynomial is either greater than or equal to 1, then then here x minus a is the factor of this polynomial, means then p of a is equal to 0 implies x minus a is the factor of p of x. X minus a is the factor of p of x. Factors means we know that I already explained to you in that example. See here x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0 is the polynomial. Now then the factors are x is equal to 2. X minus 2 is the one of the factor. X minus 3 is the another factor equal to 0. Here we get x is equal to 2. Here we get x is equal to 3. So here the x is equal to 2 and 3 are the factors of this polynomial. When I apply this value x equal to 2 or x equal to 3, we get this polynomial is equal to 0. That is called the factor of this polynomial. Now here we say that when I applied x is equal to a, this polynomials became 0. That is p of a is equal to 0, and x plus a means then p of minus a is equal to 0. Right? When I apply that x plus a is the factor of the polynomial, right, p of minus a equal to 0, we say that x minus a is the factor of that polynomial p of x. Now clearly understand what the value we are applying here. The linear term is called a factor, and then when we apply that value the polynomial becomes 0. That is the condition. This is called the factors theorem. Whatever we have applied the values in the remainder theorem, the vice versa of the remainder theorem is the factor theorem. Right? Thank you, students.